Hey guys, Amanda Rouse here with AZ Health Zone and the La Paz Health Education and Prevention Program, and here is Food for Thought. First thing we did to prepare for this video was wash our hands with warm water and soap. We washed the vegetables and we preheated the oven to 350 degrees. We added our 1 tablespoon of oil and then put our 2 cups of water into the pot for the rice. Cooking rice on a stovetop can be tricky. We first let the water warm up, added a pinch of salt along with the 1 cup of white rice. We bring the rice to a boil, then reduce the heat to low, covering it with a tight-fitting lid. A couple of tricks for cooking rice is to use a glass lid. This allows you to see when the water is all gone so you don't burn the rice. Another trick is to never stir the rice. You just leave it on low until the water is absorbed, then fluff it up with a fork after the rice has sat for a minute off the heat. And don't worry if a little rice gets stuck at the bottom of the pan. It's normal. We then cut the tops of the peppers off, remove the seeds and the white membrane, then set them aside. The red peppers were a little long, so we did cut them in half. This recipe only called for red bell peppers, but we did both red and green peppers to see if there is a difference in taste. Next, we needed to peel and chop approximately 3 cloves of garlic. One way to peel garlic is to cut both ends off with a small paring knife, carefully peeling back the skin using the knife as leverage. You then take your larger chef knife, rock back and forth, cutting the garlic into little pieces. The garlic does tend to stick onto the knife, so be sure to be very careful if you're going to use your fingers or utilize something else like a kitchen scraper. We then do the same for the jalapeno. We cut it in half and remove the seeds. You can leave some seeds in depending on how much heat you like. We also recommend using gloves when cutting up the peppers. This is just a precaution in case you accidentally touch your eyes or your face after cutting it. We then added the onions, garlic, and jalapenos to the pan to cook for approximately 2 minutes, occasionally stirring so it didn't burn. While that was cooking, we turned off the rice and fluffed it with a wooden spoon and took it off the heat until it was ready to be added into the rest of the mix. The recipe was originally vegetarian, but we added a lean ground turkey to it, allowing us to keep it healthy but adding a little extra protein. We also cooked the turkey in a cast iron skillet, which can help add iron into your diet. If you don't have a cast iron skillet, the turkey tastes just as good not cooked in one. We also added our 1 tablespoon of chili powder and half tablespoon of cumin into the turkey so it can absorb those yummy flavors. We then added in our onion, garlic, and jalapeno mix, along with our frozen corn. We did not need to defrost it, as we just added it to the mix a little early so it can cook along with the rest of it. Once the mix has cooked, add in approximately 15 ounces of diced canned tomatoes with the juice, 1 cup of cooked pinto beans, and 1 cup of cooked white rice. If you do not like jalapenos, we suggest substituting it with the canned beans that have the green chilies inside of it. This eliminates the need to buy any kind of chili, and it's not so spicy. Just a little information before the end results. This recipe was chosen from azhealthzone.org/recipes. We made small changes to the recipe by adding a lean protein. But if you or anyone you know is struggling for food, contact your local food banks for additional help. And now, the final results. Well, that's all we have for you today. We hope you enjoyed today's Food for Thought.